Hello, my name's Keith Williams and I'm the head of the science fiction program at the University of Dundee. The Great Moon Hoax refers to 6 articles headlined Great Astronomical Discoveries, allegedly reprinted from the Edinburgh Journal of Science. Beginning 25th of August 1835, they revealed a lunar ecology and civilization. The hoax tested the parameters of media credibility and fake news in the pre-telegraphic age, circulating globally. The New York Sun published these supposed reports from observations by Astronomer Royal Sir John Herschel, using the most powerful telescope yet invented, connected to an oxyhydrogen projector, screening them as moving pictures. They visualized forests, seas, and vast deposits of precious minerals, teeming with life forms including unicorns, intelligent beavers, and flying man-bats, Vespertilio homo. Here's an illustration showing them living in perfect harmony alongside the intelligent beavers who live in the huts with the smoke rising from them. The man-bats flew around in naked innocence, but also worshipped in triangular temples, as you can see in the background of this image. These wonders were revealed ever more sensationally in the Sun's issues, until the telescope ignited, its enormous lens exposed to South African sunlight, acting as a burning glass. The Sun's editor, Richard Adams Locke, later admitted writing the articles, not just to boost circulation, but to satirize speculations by the Reverend Thomas Dick. From his observatory, Herschel House in Dundee, named after Dick's hero, whose reputation was central to the plausibility of Locke's fiction, Dick's descriptions of the planets, and even the Sun, included details about unfallen beings that the Almighty populated them with, since only the Earth was corrupted by original sin. Astronomy was still a safe science for orthodox thinking. Geology's fossil record of extinct species was opening up deep time, and in biology, Darwin's theory of evolution through natural selection was beginning to break. Both of these were challenging the creationism of Genesis. In this context, Locke attacked Dick's speculations as naive science fiction, in effect. The moon hoax is a significant event in Dundee's forgotten cultural history, but also a science fiction in general. It's a springboard for questions still topical today: clashes between cosmic views of faith and science, the growth and power of modern media, and their relationship with public trust, facts, and imagination. If you Google moon hoax, you immediately get directed to internet conspiracy theory sites, dismissing NASA's 1969 landing as a simulation, or to others about plandemics, ironically inverting the debates that were sparked in 1835. Dick's The Christian Philosopher, or The Connexion of Science and Philosophy with Religion, published in 1823, predicted signs of lunarian life would soon be detected once telescopes could observe them in sufficiently close-up detail. Its success determined Dick's sobriquet as the Christian philosopher. He devoted himself to scientific, philosophical, and religious works, acquiring widespread popularity and influence, particularly in the evangelical United States, amongst politicians, writers, and thinkers. Dick's The Philosophy of a Future State, published in 1829, theorized a theology compatible with scientific method. However, potential contradictions in Dick's circle squaring were highlighted by the moon hoax. As his biographer puts it, they revealed the uncertainty of science's foundation as a norm for truth, and shook Dick's philosophy to the core. Crucially, Dick promoted what was known as the plurality of worlds, the theory that every planet must be inhabited because the divine plan would never create without purpose. His magnum opus, Celestial Scenery, published in 1838, showcased this. It calculated that our solar system contained 21 plus trillion inhabitants, based on planetary surface area times the population density of England. Hence, the moon might contain beings far more numerous, as Dick put it, and perhaps more elevated in the scale of intellect than the inhabitants of our globe. Ironically, Celestial Scenery also contained a rebuke for the hoax author's disregard for truth and the facts. The law of truth, Dick wrote, ought never for a moment to be sported with. On the universal observation of this law depend the happiness of the whole intelligent system and the foundations of the throne of the eternal. It is to be hoped that the author of the deception to which I have adverted, as he advances in years and wisdom, will perceive the folly and immorality of such conduct. Locke responded with an open broadside. So far from feeling that I deserved the coarse reproaches of Dr. Dick, I think it quite laudable in any man to satirize that school of crude speculation and cant of which he's so eminent a professor. Locke turned the tables on Dick's own pseudo-scientific hoaxes, as he argued, about unfallen aliens, which were chiefly instrumental in preparing the way for mine, and without which I cannot conceive that it would have obtained so instantaneous and extraordinary a circulation. And he accused Dick of effectively trampling upon all the evidences of nature's inherent laws to elevate a familiar figment of a creed. Locke's lunar paradise had only managed to hoodwink a global readership precisely because of expectations raised in the popular imagination by what he called Dick's outrage upon science, and which prepared the public to swallow anything, however absurd, recommended by this peculiar stamp. Though not destroying Dick's reputation, the hoax challenged his prioritization of creed over evidence, foreshadowing the fundamental intellectual crises of the mid-Victorian age. Nevertheless, Dick continued to popularize science and to democratize access to astronomy. Dundee's unique public observatory is a bequest from one of Dick's devotees, John Mills. Whether or not Dick's speculations constituted science fiction, they inadvertently midwifed the modern genre through Locke's parodies. James Gordon Bennett even credited Locke with inventing a new species of writing, the scientific novel, in the New York Herald. PhD student Ari Brin, graduate of Dundee's science fiction masters, is researching the lost Scottish father of American science fiction, Robert Duncan Milne. Growing up in nearby Cooper in the 1840s, Milne was inspired by the moon hoax. His own tales of astronomical discovery bear many similarities to Locke's lunar utopia. It provided a rich context which shaped Milne's imagination, driven by creative tensions between scientific secularism, fantastic new technologies, and orthodox beliefs. Thank you for listening, and I hope you've enjoyed the talk.